Welcome to Daf Yerushalmi Sotah Daf Nun Aleph, and we're on the bottom of Daf Nun on the base. Aloha Tezvav Zok Delig Mishnah Pomath Shall Aspas Yainos, with the armies of Aspas Yainos when Israel was invaded. Goes well Ataris Chasanim, the Chasanim used to wear these crowns, Vahal Ha'irus, and on I think it was a timbrel, some kind of musical instrument. There were guys that had to do these things anymore. But Polmos Shaltitus, guys were allowed to wear kalas, that the cow should not go out in with their to wear a kind of hat, a crown. But Shal Yilmad Adam es Benoi Yavanis, which the Gemara says is referring to Chachmas Yavanis, not a spoken language, it's as a language used with hinting and signs, and they didn't want Yidden to learn it. We'll see why in the Gemara. But Pulmus Achroin, which was also Titus, when he came to be Machriv the Bayis, the base Megdosh, Gazro Shloitetze Kala Bapirion with her canopy, Betoicha Ir. They used to go out in the city with the Kalas, used to go with a canopy. There were guys on that canopy not to do it. Rabbi Seinu Atiru Shotetze Kala Bapirion Betoicha Ir. However, later Rabbeinu Kaddish came and was guys that they should do it because it's tznius. Sagt die Gemara Nafla Teres Rishenu, and it says in the pasuk, right? Nafla Neicha Nafla Teres Rishenu, Elohein Atois Chasanim, Zu Zehuris Hamus Heves. It was like a reddish or crimson color, gold, kind of, I guess a hat of some kind that the Chasanim used to wear. Rebbe B'Shem Rav says actually Shamelach V'Shel Gafris was made out of salt and sulfur, I guess etched, maybe words that were etched into it. Also some kind of crown-like device that was worn on the head. Rabbi Yemishem Rav Shamelach V'Shel Zayis actually was melech and was also made out of leaves of an olive tree. Rav Nachman Yaakov Afilu Techilfi, even the chilfi, which is they used to make it I guess out of reeds or hadassim that they used to make this crown out of hadassim for the chasanim. This is what it's referring to when they were mevatel these crowns for the chasanim. Rabbi Yirmiyah Shiv Shev V'lava Shatara Shel Zayis. He put on this Atara Shel Zayis. The Carbonet brings down that it might have been like to make people besimcha. Maybe he taka for some reason he decided to wear it, even though the Kohen was not to wear it. So what happened? Shama Shmuel heard about it. Balaam said, "Naichle ilu isrim reishe v'lo yavet came." Would have better for Rabbi Yirmiyah to have been separated from his head, and he shouldn't have done this. Obviously, Shmuel didn't mean to curse him, but he just said this is not a good thing to do. Banu goes not to do it. The Havas came, and this happened. Kishkoga shiyotzim ufnei shalit, just like the Shkoga's yotze. The mistake happens from the shalit, and boom, that's it. He said it like we said it inadvertently. Didn't mean to curse him, but once he said it, boom, and unfortunately, Yirmiyah passed away. Elohein chupos chasanim. These are the chupas of the chasanim, the canopies of the chasanim, sadinim, that sheets with tziyarin that had pictures in them. V'saronizov tluim bahen. They had all kinds of golden chains hanging from them. Tani, we learned aval oisahu apifiorus v'toilu behen kol min sheyirtzi. You can make again some kind of canopy from wood. The carbonated brings down, and you can hang all kinds of items, gold items, silver items. I guess this was something that we used for decorative purposes and to show the chashivas of a chassan. Masnita vala eirus resisa. It says in the Mishnah, it says vala eirus is resisa. Again, it's a kind of musical instrument. I think the carbonate brings down that it was a timbrel. Elo in Ataras Kalas. These are the Ataras for the Kalas. Zu Ir Shel Zahav. There's a famous Ir Shel Zahav brought down the Bavli many times. Either was a crown with like a gold plate with a picture of Yerushalayim, or was just worn around the forehead. Rabbi Kiva asal ishtoi Ir Shel Zahav. So Rabbi Kiva made one for his wife. The Kanias ba Itzei Reb Gamliel. Nothing changes. Rebbetzin Gamliel was jealous of Rebbetzin Kiva. Amala. So Rabbi Gamliel says to his wife, Ma havis avadata heich ma davas avda. If you would do what the Rebbetzin Akiva did, davas mezavna kliasa the Cyrus, she would sell off her hair, I guess maybe for a shetel. V'yavale, she would give him the money, or she would give Rabbi Kiva the money, or buy food with it. V'uloi berais, and this was able to sit and learn. So if you would have done that, I'd also buy one for you. Okay. Zuki my right to show us Rabbi Yeshua, Maushi Lamna Adam Es Benai Yivanis, which is according to the Girsa, it's referring to Shinus Chos, referring to Chachmas Yivanis, Amalahen, Yilmadenu, no problem, you can learn it Pisho Shena Lo Yam V'Layla. When it's not day or night, no problem, then you could learn it. The Ksiv Yisrael Yam V'Layla obviously means you can't learn it. Me'at Afreit Gemara Saladin Lamed Es Benai Umnis. And we know it's a mitzvah to teach your son a trade, send him maybe even to college to learn a trade. Began the Ksiv Yisrael Yam since it says Yisrael Yam when are you supposed to learn a trade? But Tanya Rabbi Shmuel, v'chat b'chaim zuomnis. V'chat b'chaim means go learn a trade. You shouldn't come to steal. Rabba Bered Rav Chia Babo b'Shem Rabbi Yochanan pnei hamisaris. Now Chacham Yisivanis, the reasons aser, I'll go through one shot in the Kabbalah, there are a few, is because Masira was scared that the person is going to, and it's a famous story. I believe about the time of the Churban when there was a person that was Miramas, then Chachmas Yivanis. So we don't want another person can be a Maisa, and he can do it in such a way that people won't understand what he's doing. So therefore, we didn't want people to learn it. A person teaches daughter Chachmas Yivanis, she tachshit law. It can be beneficial to her because she can then communicate with the noble women. Or the cabinet brings down also, maybe she won't, we're not chayshish that a woman will be a maisa. That's a man's job. Shama Shimon Barba, Vama began to Rabbi Avo, who Melech Brate, who told Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Avo wanted to teach his daughter Chachmas Yivanis. So therefore, what did he do? He said, "Oh, my Rabbi Yochanan said that," but he didn't really say it. Shama Ravo, Vama Ravo heard what Shimon Barba said, and he said, "Yavai I should be cursed." I actually did hear my Rebbe Rabbi Yochanan say this. Okay. Freiti Gemara, mi matis harishonos. We said that Torah is kalos. We said they were geyser against it, and then we said suddenly it was mutter to go out with an Aperian. So who was matir? Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Bo Mishu matis elu hu matis elu. The ones who were matter the Aperian to go out with the Aperian, they were matter also for the Kala to go out with the Atara. Kadorish Galusa Shol Shol Rav Chazdoi. The Reish Galusa asked Rav Chazdoi, it might be Rav Chizda in the Bavli, Ma'udain Diksiv, Koyma Hashem Lakim, Heisam Etznefes V'Harma Atara. There's a pasuk, quote him a pasuk, and it says, Heisam Etznefes, he took away the hat, V'Heirim, it's referring to once the mitznefes is taken away from the kohen. In other words, we don't have that void anymore. The base of Mikdash is not around. So then, the Torah is gone. Amalei husra mitznefes, horma Torah. Right? Husra mitznefes, the mitznefes is gone, like we said, from the kohen. Therefore, horma Torah, we take away that Torah. So, in other words, he told him what's the source that the Chazal saw to be misaking such exeria. Shama Rabbi Yochanan Vama hu chesed umiloi chesed. Rav Chazdoi is hu chesed, and what he said is, his name is chesed, and what he said was chesed. That's what he said is taka true. It's a very nice limud. Zokt the Mishnah, and this is the final Mishnah of Masechta Sotah. Halach the Zayin Zokt the Mishnah Mishmeis. It's a rather lengthy Mishnah. Mishmeis Rabbi Yochanan met Zakai Batal Ziv HaChachma. When Rabbi Yochanan Zakai passed away, that was the end of the shine of Chachma. People appreciating Chachma. Mishemeis Rabbi Gamliel Zaken Batal Kvoid HaTorah. Umesa Tara Precious. So the proper Kavod HaTorah was gone, went with Rabbi Gamliel Zaken. And the carbonated Torah says that this refers to standing. As people used to learn standing, and nowadays people learn sitting. So that's kavod Torah. It's mad. We don't have the strength to stand. Well, Mesa Tower Precious, and obviously Tower Precious went along with it. So people were not already, the Talmid Chacham were not in that level. Or maybe the general population was not the level to keep Torah and Precious. Mishemes Yishmol ben Fiavi. Batel Ziv HaKohuna. He was a Kohen, he was obviously Talmid Chacham, and that went, the shine of Kohuna went with him. Mishmeis Rebbe Batla Anava of Yeruschet. So obviously, if it's written in the Mishnah, Rebbe wrote the Mishnahs, so the covenant brings down, it must be his Talmidim that wrote this. So Batla Anava of Yeruschet. We don't have a concept really of Anava anymore. And real Yeruschet. Mishmeis Rebbe Meir Batlu Moshe Mishalim. He used to give, he was famous for the Mishalim of the Shualim, and he took that art with him. Mishemes, we find that today also with Magidim, right? We don't really know what a Magid is supposed to sound like. just throw out the Bialystok Magid. If you listen to a recording from him, you'll know what a Magid is supposed to sound like, not a speaker. Mishemes Rebbe Kiva, then Pasqua Darshanan, the speakers, that was the end of the speakers. We didn't know what a real speaker is supposed to sound like. Mishemes Ben Azai Pasku Hashakdanim, the people who used to harv over the Gemara's Yom Mamish Yom learn Yom V'Laila, that stopped. Mishemes Ben Zoyel Pasqua Talmidim. So the carbonate brings down what does it mean Pasqua Talmidim? And everybody thought I'm smarter than the next guy. So why would I be his Talmud if I'm smarter than him? Why would I learn from him? Mishmeis Rabbi Shua Paska Toivim in Oilam. That was the end of Toiv in the world. Mishmeis Rabbi Lozman Azai Pasaka Oishim in a Chachamim. There used to be such a concept of wealthy Chachamim. And that stopped with Lozman Azai, who was famously wealthy. Mishmeis Rabbi Gamliel Ba Guvai, there was a plague of locusts, Ravutzaris, and lots of there were a lot of troubles in the world. Mishmeis Rabbi Chinin ben Daisav Yosi ben Kitunta Paska Chasidus. V'lam Nikra Shema Yosi ben Kitunta. This might be news to all the Chasidim out there. Why was he called Yosef Bekitunta? Shahay Tatzmison Shel Chasidim. He was the root of all Chasidim. So the same way the root is small in tree, we call him Kitunta because he was the source of Chasidus, which was apparently also the end of the Chasidus. Rapinchas ben Yair Amir Shechabes Midrash Boishu Chaverim. So now Chaverim, people know how to learn. They're embarrassed. Ubnei Chayrin. The chafu roishim, they just go around about it. That it's not the level of appreciation for Torah has gone down, unfortunately, very much. V'nedaldulu anshe ma'isa, they've gone down levels. The anshe ma'isa have gone down levels. The Gavru, who came up, Bal Israel, the mafiosos, the Bali Lashon, the people who talk, plapel Lashon hara. Vein Dorish, Vein Mevakish, Vein Shoyal, Al Milon, Al Ishon, Al Avinu Shemash Baim. That's all that we have to rely on. Reb Lezer Gadol, Maybe Yom Shechar Beis Hamikdash, Sharu Chakimayil, Mehevekis Efrayis. So everybody's gone down a madrega. So someone who used to be a Talmud Chacham, sit and learn all day, he became a first grade Rebbe. Nothing against first grade Rebbeim. Um, V'Sifraya, the Rebbeim became Kichazonim, I mean, like the Chazonim, in those days referring to the Shamas of the Shul. Again, a lower position. The Chazana, the people with the Shamos of the Shul, they became Kamdar like Amaratzim. V'amada Ara, Ozla V'dildala, Amaratzim went even lower Madrega, Vein Shovim, Vaksham, Yesh, Shoin, that's it. Be'ikvus Mashiach, this is a famous, right? A famous people quote this all the time. Be'ikvus Mashiach, chutzpah yask. It'll be chutzpah all over the place. V'yoiker, v'yoiker, v'yoiker yamir. That people are going to run after covet. Hagefen titimperia, there'll be plenty of grapes, but vayam yoker, the yam be expensive anyway, even though plenty of grapes, because people are partying all the time. Malchus tehafich leminus. The Malchus is who's going to be the ones ruling the world. They're going to go after the minim, which I think most cases, like to say, the Christians. Vein techachas, and nobody's there to give them mussar. Beis vad yil is nus. Lorenu a beis vad will turn into a whorehouse. V'hagalul yechav, the goal will be destroyed. V'hagavlon, which is an era, Yoshon will be shamim, it will be desolate. V'anshe egvul, yisovim yileir, anshe egvul are going to go from city to city. V'loichanon, nobody's going to have rachmanis on them. V'chachmos seifrim tisrach, chachmos of seifrim, people are disgusted by it. They're going to learn their yirechetim also. The ones who are yirechet, they're the ones who are going to have to run into hiding. The people who are not going to, they'll be disgusted from them. Unfortunately, MS Tehednederis, MS is going to disappear, which we see today. Na'arim Pnei Zakenim Yalbinu. Na'arim, young people are going to, push out, get rid of the old fogies. Zakenim Yandu Bnei Ketanim. You'll have Zakenim standing up in front of young people. Ben Menov Alav. Ben's going to be disgusted by the father. Bas Kama by Imo. Bas is going to rebel against the mother. Kala B'chamoisa. Kala with the mother-in-law. Oive Ish Anshe Beisa. Who's going to be his family? People he hates. Pnei Ador, Kipnei Kelb, also a famous, right, but chutzpah, ha-ben misba'ishav, Ben won't be embarrassed when we see them, unfortunately, today. You see Ben from a father, Talmidim from Rebbeim, they don't have respect for them. V'al yesh lonu l'ishoin, al avinu shebashamayim. The only thing we have to rely on is HaKadosh Baruch Hu to bring the Geula. On that note, we'll finish off the Masechta. Nun Beis, and Hashem tomorrow.